How are we doing tonight? Welcome, everybody, to another Conductor Thursday Livestream. I am your host, ThemeParkConductor, and we have a bunch of topics to talk about tonight. We got the Haunted Mansion reopening date and kind of a description on what we can expect when the Haunted Mansion opens. We also have some updates from Universal Studios Hollywood, which I was at today, checking on the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift Coaster, also checking on multiple HHN 2024 houses. Very exciting. We also have some other news. Another HHN house dropped, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about Tomorrowland. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Disneyland Resort and the 70th birthday coming up for the Disneyland Resort. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So how are we all doing tonight? How's everyone doing? And besides burning up out there like I was at Universal today, I'm not even kidding. It was in the high 90s, if not in the hundreds, and I could feel the humidity. So I literally got there this morning at 8:45, and I only lasted until 1 o'clock. It was brutal, amongst brutal. Amusement Park Pirates says, hello, Theme Park Conductor. Hello to you, Amusement Park Pirates. How you guys doing tonight? Also, happy Thursday to everyone. Absolutely. And I just want to let everyone know that if you aren't subscribed to the channel, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. Follow me on my socials. You can find me on YouTube and Instagram at Theme Park Conductor. You can find me on Twitter, known as X, at Theme Conductor. And you can catch this live stream every Thursday at 7 p.m. And if there's any changes to that, I usually try to post it on Twitter, on YouTube, and Instagram at least a day before, so you guys are fully aware. I want to appreciate everyone that's watching. I know we have some events going on tonight with DeadPool and Wolverine out tonight, and then we got obviously the Paris Olympics that are starting tomorrow for the Summer Games tomorrow afternoon. So I want to thank everyone for watching tonight's live stream. I deeply appreciate it. The support means so much to me. Amusement Park Pirates says doing good. Good to know. And also staying cool. Yeah, staying cool is your best friend right now, because if you're not staying hydrated and you're not staying cool, you're in deep trouble. That sun is very relentless. I'll tell you that one. But without further ado, we're going to jump right into Universal and some of the pictures that I took and posted on my Twitter. We're definitely going to talk about that for a minute. I am posting a video about Universal today. It's actually uploading, so it might be on the channel either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. So definitely look out for that. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. All right, let's jump right into it. We're actually going to go to my page first. We're going to start with this one. So These are pictures that I took of the Fast and Furious construction project, Hollywood Drift. And as you can see, I was talking about in my video, and again, it'll be either on my YouTube page, either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. It's still uploading. As you guys can see, I know it's kind of maybe a little hard because it's zoomed out because I'm using my phone. I'm not using my camera. This piece right here, going all the way down here, that was not there yesterday, and I quoted that in the video as well. The only two things that I saw from other content creators, because Theme Park Wizard, shout out to him, and I think Mondo from Five Fires was there yesterday. Even Dylan from Theme Park Obsession was there yesterday. And these two support columns, this one and the one back here, were there yesterday. But this whole top piece, this angled piece, this piece, and a little bit of the track that's sticking out, that was not there yesterday. So I found that very, very interesting. They've even added more support columns for what I want to believe is either the show building or the maintenance bay. So they aren't, as I'm going to quote it, they are moving furiously, for sure, without a doubt. And one thing that I know what the billboard says, the construction walls, it says open in 2026. I think we could start seeing ride testing and even AP or even media previews in late 2025. Don't hold me to that, but the way they're building, it could be more than possible. The theory is always out there. It's always out there. So, and then also there's another angle that I took of some more pictures. I think I even have some on my Instagram as well, so definitely check those out. But these are the two I posted. But definitely moving fast without any sorts of a doubt. Amusement Park Pirate says, can't wait for Fast and Furious Coaster. It's going to be so fast. Absolutely. It's going to be fast for the construction. No, 100%. Like I said, the construction is moving a lot faster than Tron at Walt Disney World. Granted, they did have to go through COVID, but that they still show went a little bit faster. We're going to talk about this in a little bit. This is Disneyland and Haunted Mansion, but let me see. This is another picture I posted. I'm not going to play the audio just in case of copyright infringement issues. A lot of people have stated, even OG55 and Disney George, the Italiano, which I was just on their live stream last night. We were doing the beer challenge. Obviously, George won. He was a fan favorite from the get. But we were talking about, just, theme parks in general, Disney, mainly Disney, a little bit of Universal. But I've talked to those two gentlemen before on their show about Universal being empty and not empty. I could tell you right now, even with the heat and the humidity going on in Southern California, I was completely shocked on how busy it was at Universal today. By the time I took this video or this little clip and started heading in my car, every single attraction, and this was around like 12:45, 1 o'clock, all these attractions that are in the park, I kid you the freak not, all of them were at least above 45 minutes or higher. And obviously, Mario Kart's always over 100 minutes. That's a guaranteed fact. When the park is packed, Mario Kart's one of the highest. It's ridiculous. That horror guy says that's insane. Oh, you're telling me. I'm not looking forward to this heat. If it's I don't mind the crowds, but when it's hot and you have crowds, it's not pleasant. I'm just going to be honest. Trying to find shade is, it's almost impossible because every single restaurant, even the studio store itself, was so packed because people are trying to escape the heat. It was ridiculous. I was sweating bullets. It was crazy, but again, I do this for you guys. I enjoy doing this. You know, I work I work a 9 to 5 job, not literally, but I work a full-time job in retail, and this is kind of my escape, my adventure, and I'm glad to bring you guys along with it. So I don't mind suffering a little bit for you guys. It's worth it. Amusement Park Pirates said, looks like everyone is hugging in the shade. Yeah, everyone was. There was umbrellas everywhere. It was crazy. Also, Amusement Park Pirates says, that horror guy, welcome in. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Yeah, no worries. Again, we're a friendly channel. As long as you're respectful to me, I'm respectful to you guys. I implore you to post comments, ask questions. You know, I have absolutely no problem whatsoever answering your questions, answering your concerns. Anything you want to know about the theme parks, I'm here for you guys. Just make it respectful. That's all I ask. Yeah, it was definitely packed without a doubt. Here's some more pictures. There's that one picture I already took, but you could see the massive work going on. Massive work. It's just incredible how fast they're moving. It's absolutely insane. That horror guy said, do you think Sunday on opening weekend of HHN will, you know, okay, so I'm glad you brought this up, that horror guy. So every single opening weekend I've been to, it has been packed. The first night, obviously the first night, maybe the second night, but mainly the first night of the event, it is packed. The whole weekend, it's packed because everyone wants to get a first look. A lot of content creators go opening weekend. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. You know, to post videos, clips, photos, you know, to get people hyped up. So it entices them to buy a ticket or a pass or whatever type of ticket option is still available at that time to purchase for people that want to go to the event but weren't sure about it. So I do believe it's going to be very packed. Usually the first night, though, you do see celebrities that represent some of these houses. Like last year with The Weeknd, we saw, I didn't physically see him, but I think he was there opening night. And I've actually run into John Murdy, who is the creative director of Halloween Horror Nights for Hollywood. I've run into him multiple times. It's such an honor to run into him, without a doubt. But to answer your question bluntly, yeah, it's going to be packed opening weekend. I can almost promise you that. Amusement Park Pirates said, theme park conductor, as a transition to Disneyland, can we talk about Midsummer Scream, because that is happening starting tomorrow? Yeah, we could talk about that a little bit. So we'll definitely get into that. So I'll probably talk about HHN next and kind of lead into Midsummer, and then we'll jump into Disneyland. So we'll do that. Let me get on my mouse here, close that out. But yeah, again, the progress at Universal with this coaster is absolutely, it's mind-blowing. I'm still shocked to this very minute that we are getting a coaster. I didn't even think it was even going to be possible. And to Theme Park Wizard's point, me and him were talking earlier. Again, if you don't know who Theme Park Wizard is, definitely check him out. He covers a ton of Universal, especially here in Hollywood. He's been doing coverage about Epic Universe. He's led us to permits that have both been filed by Universal and the Disneyland Resort. But for Universal's point, he's posted permits about a hotel being built in the Woody Woodpecker parking lot, which is right in front of security. And security, I kid you the freak not, getting into the park today, it was completely backed up. And they had almost every security stand open. And it was still a nightmare to go through. So the park was absolutely jam-packed. And I'm happy for that. I'm super excited for that. But with the hotel coming, they are going to be moving the security to the parking lots or the parking structures, just like the Disneyland Resort does. Then on top of that, they are going to be enclosing City Walk because they don't want people, obviously, trying to sneak weapons or stuff they shouldn't be bringing in to Universal. So City Walk at some point is going to be all enclosed in, and the only way you can enter is literally parking in the structures, going through security in the structures, and then walking through City Walk right into Universal. So keep a lookout for that. I've heard from Wizard, and I've heard from other sources that's supposed to be starting sometime in 2025. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But yeah, one question I want to put to ask you guys right now, because it's very important I ask this. And I ask this because I'm more of a Universal guy than Disney. I'm not hating on Disney. I just go to Universal a lot more. Let me ask you guys, after the Fast and Furious coaster is built, or let's say it's close to being built, do you think Universal will build another attraction before the 2028 Olympics? What do you guys think? Post in the comments. I want to hear what type of ideas you think and what type of attractions could come to the park. Because a lot of people to this day even say with the coaster being built and even a hotel being built in the future in the Woody Woodpecker parking lot, it's still going to be a one-day park. So what would you guys like to see come to Universal after the Fast and Furious coaster, or even during the progress of the Fast and Furious coaster? So comment down below. I'm very curious on what you guys think. Without further ado, though, let's talk a little bit about HHN. I want to get into that. So while I was at the park today, Universal, John Murdy, again, he is the creative director of Halloween Horror Nights. He released this, Universal Studios Hollywood, Halloween Horror Nights, Monsters, Internal Bloodlines. So, my thing is, this property is going to be with Hollywood and Orlando this year. We're sharing this property, and I know in the past that basically when we've shared properties, it's kind of gone back and forth which one's the favorite. Sometimes we're the favorite, sometimes they're the favorite. So it's very interesting that we're still sharing properties. One thing, excuse me, one thing that Orlando just announced, they are going to have Blumhouse. And a lot of people have hinted that we are going to get Blumhouse for the Terror Tram. Okay. So the Terror Tram, it's not everyone's cup of tea. A lot of people don't like it. I'm kind of back and forth on it. There's been some years where it's been absolutely incredible. And then there's been some years where it's just kind of like, It was all right. It wasn't great. I'll only go on it once. So if it's Blumhouse, it makes me wonder because last year we had Five Nights at Freddy, not like a house, but we had the actual animatronics where people could take pictures with it. They could see it up close and personal, and that was all at the DreamWorks Theater, which usually during the day hosts the Kung Fu Panda attraction. So during Horror Nights, they had the Five Nights at Freddy animatronics. They had a whole bunch of other Blumhouse costumes and set pieces from other movies. Then inside the theater itself, they had Megan. So they had a show based off Megan, and they had all the Megan characters. I think there was like what eight different Megans. Well, they were all Megan, but 8 different. I'm trying to think of the word that I want to use, like scare dancers that were dressed up as Megan dancing around as a show. So it makes me wonder, are they going to be using the DreamWorks Theater this year as a second show? Because the only show that we can possibly have at Hollywood is in Waterworld. And there hasn't been any speculation if we're getting The Purge or it could be something completely different. Who knows on that point? So post in the comments what you guys think about this house, and then what you guys think could be happening with the DreamWorks Theater, if we're even going to be getting the DreamWorks Theater this year as part of HHN. So definitely post that in the comments. I'm very curious to find out what you guys think. That horror guy said some type of Universal Monsters area. So this was when I was talking about Universal Hollywood. I do agree with you on that. I would love to see Universal Monsters come to Hollywood. I just think, I know some speculated put in the Simpsons area. I think that's just too small. I think if you're going to represent Universal Monsters, it's got to be in a big enough space where it can have enough like attractions, the shopping, the dining, the experiences, the characters. Because the thing is, Universal, back in the early days when the studio first started, what really got them off the ground was Universal Monsters. You know, you got Dracula, you got the Mummy, you got Frankenstein, you got the Creature from the Black Lagoon, you got the Bride of Frankenstein, you got all those different characters, and it would be an absolute shame to kind of cut corners with that land and stick it in a small spot. I'm not saying I don't want Universal Monsters to come to Hollywood. I want it to come so bad, but I want it to be put in a big enough area where it has the space to put everything, almost everything that Epic Universe has in their Universal Monsters land. So I do agree with you, though. I would love for Universal Monsters to come to Hollywood. Amusement Park Pirates said Epic Universe stuff. Yep. Also, I think Universal might be built another attraction before the 2028 Olympics. And after Fast and Furious roller coaster, they might have to plan where to build another attraction, which space they have. Okay, so to quote you on that, they have multiple spaces. So Soundstage 7 through 12, at one point or another, it was earmarked for the Donkey Kong attraction that now Epic Universe is getting, and Osaka, Japan has for their Nintendo edition. I don't know how true if we are getting Donkey Kong. It's way up in the air at this point because a lot of people have said, no, we're not getting it. But then there's some people that say they are getting it. So I'm kind of unsure. But that's the location. They got the Falls Lake area. because the studio tour tram area, you can see evidence of it as you're loading, as you're walking through the outside queue of the Mummy. Right next to that queue, that is going to be earmarked supposedly for the studio tour load and unload station. That's where it's going to be relocated to. So definitely in 2025, definitely look for land clearing in that area. But that's another spot, is the Falls Lake area. Then they got supposedly the sound stages behind Transformers. I've even heard the Mummy itself is going to get replaced with what? I have no idea. Another location is some sound stages. One of them being where we had, what was it? Oh, geez. What was the one house that I'm thinking of that we had last year? The Exorcist. So that soundstage, that whole area is going to be torn out for theme park expansion. So we have multiple spots. It's just what property to bring to Hollywood is the question. And yeah, sound stages are going to have to be ripped down, granted, but we do have multiple spots. It's just what to bring there and how to plan for it is the question. So that horror guy said, I hope they make new costumes for the rumored Blumhouse Terror Tram and not just reused old ones. Oh, I totally agree with you. Blumhouse, I kind of feel has a budget, like a big enough healthy budget where they shouldn't have to use reused costumes and whatnot. So I really hope not. Amusement Park Pirates said they need to retheme the Terror Tram. Yeah. Or maybe just not use the Terror Tram at all, or maybe use the Terror Tram but give us back the Metro sets. I think everyone would agree to that. I would love to have the Metro sets back. And for all you that don't know what the Metro sets are, the Metro sets are the backlot. So so if you're ever on the studio tour and you know how you're passing the Johnny Carson building on your right-hand side, and you go right to make a hard right turn to go into King Kong. So you got a right turn, and then you got kind of like a left turn, and the left turn is going where that big giant wall is, where it looks like city buildings or city apartment buildings. Well, in that area, that's the backlot, and that's where they've had the I just said it too. God, I'm losing my train of thought. That heat killed me. Oh man, I just said it too. God, that's gonna kill me. Well, anyway, in that area, it used to hold about 4 houses at times, maybe even 3 houses. They also had food trucks back there. They had I don't think they ever had any shows back there, but they had the houses, they had the food trucks, they had almost like walkthrough attractions as well. So it was definitely interesting. So I'm hoping we get the Metro sets. I'm hoping we get the Metro sets back soon. Also, Amusement Park Pirates says, yes, I agree. At that horror guy, I would like to see Universal Monsters as well, even though Universal has to find space on where to have the Universal Monsters area. I agree with that. Yes, I agree. That horror guy said, I'm nervous, but also very excited for the T-Pad house, rumored to be TCM. TCM, what is TCM? Remind me of what TCM is. Amusement Park Pirates. That's funny. If you haven't heard, John said on Twitter that the house in the T-Pad is the most disturbing and scariest house that he's ever created. Oh, thank you for that. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, for sure, dude. I I totally agree with you. When we've had Texas Chainsaw Massacre, dude, I'm not even joking. It was one of my favorite houses of all time. Besides, I think my other favorite house was on the Metro sets. It wasn't Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It was Krampus. What'd you think about that? I love Krampus. I love Krampus. If John was going to bring back a reused property, oh my God, bring Krampus back. Krampus is awesome, dude. But yeah, so yeah, definitely. I'm very excited. Just a little programming update. So the first weekend, I'm actually going to the first night, which is September the 5th, which is a Thursday. I'm doing the RIP tour. The second night, I'm doing general admission with early entry. The third night, I am doing Universal Express Unlimited. So let me kind of run through what all three of those are. Well, both of them. So the Thursday and the Saturday option that I chose. So the Thursday, RIP. So basically, RIP is exactly what VIP is during the day. You know, you get through the front of the line through the attractions, but in this case, you're getting front of the line for the rides and the houses. You get an hour-long buffet in the Moulin Rouge, which is on French Street. And usually they'll have you enter the small little gate, and usually you have your own little photo op, and you also have your own private scare actor. So it's definitely very it's very elaborate. You get your own personal lanyard for the event. You get your badge that they create for the event. So that's collectible. You know, you get to keep it after you're done. So it's kind of like a memento, since you pay so much for it. Also, you do get valet parking with that. So they do validate your parking. So you don't have to pay for that. They also, in the Moulin Rouge, they have a cash bar, which is private only for RIP tour guests. You have that going on. And then I don't know, I know in years past, not last year, but the years before that, each house had a dedicated RIP tour line. And after your tour was done, you could, you know, go off on your own and go through that line as many times as you want for the house, because you have that credential badge. I don't know how they're going to do it this year. Last year, it kind of sucked because you went through that RIP tour line one time with your guide, and then after that, you couldn't use it for the RIP tour line. You had to be thrown into Express, which was quite annoying, I thought. So I think they need to allow RIP tour guests to use the RIP tour line for that night as many times as they want after they leave the tour guide. I think you pay enough for it, so why not? I don't understand why they won't bring that back. For sure, Universal needs to bring back TCM without a doubt. So I'm going to try to live stream a little bit. So my plan actually is that I'm gonna do videos. I'm gonna do videos the first night. So the RIP tour night. I'm just gonna do videos of each house, and I'm gonna do videos of the Terror Tram and then the show itself, and then Friday. Because I'm actually having a friend. He's actually going to be on our next Conductor Thursday live stream next week. His name is Tommy Toon World on YouTube, so definitely check out his channel. He's actually going to be with me the entire weekend. And on Friday, because I'm staying at the Hilton Hotel, literally right there next to Universal, I'm actually going to be doing a live stream from the hotel room talking about our night. And we're kind of go through footage and whatnot. We're going to talk about, some clips that I'll probably post. Again, I'm going to try to post videos as soon as literally I get back to the hotel after the event's over with. I don't know how long they're going to take. I will try to upload them as quickly as I can. But Friday, I'll do a live stream from the hotel, and we'll discuss everything that I experienced, Tommy experienced at the RAP tour night. Then Friday night, since we're doing early entry and general admission, we will probably be live streaming that night, and then maybe live streaming Saturday night. So definitely look out for both of those nights. I think just Friday though, my main focus is trying to film the houses for you guys, so you guys can get a POV of what firsthand what it looks like if you're not able to go to the event. So that's going to be my main focus. So basically 2 of the nights I'm going to try a live stream. So, but what do you guys think? I know Amusement Park Pirates mentioned it. What do you guys think John Murdy's going to announce at Midsummer Scream starting tomorrow? Post in your comments. I'm very curious on what you guys think on what they're going to be posting. So let me go to the HHN page here. They haven't really announced anything just yet. Oh, here we go. So there are some houses missing. I don't know why they're missing. I don't really understand why they are missing. Let me change. There we go. Now it's a little bit bigger. But the house they just announced today was Universal Monsters External Bloodlines. Then they announced Insidious The Further, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, The Quiet Place. And then there's another house that wasn't posted on here. I don't know why. It's Dead Exposure, which is behind The Mummy. And what gets me interested about Dead Exposure is the fact that, how can I put it? It's the fact that it's an Orlando-based property. Hollywood's never had it, and we are finally getting it after all this time. So it really makes me wonder. What other properties they can announce at Midsummer Scream. So let me ask you guys in the chat right now. What house would you like to see John Murdy announce at Midsummer Scream? What would you guys like to hear about that? What house? So personally, my personal thing, it would be Five Nights at Freddy. I don't know if they'll do that, but it's wishful thinking. What we're all thinking, it could be The Weeknd. You know what? Speaking of which, let's look at the spec map. Let me see if I can find the spec map for you guys. I know. Let me see. I'm gonna try to find it real quick. You know what? I'll just go on Google. I'll do that. Let me go on Google. Let me do that and find the spec map for you guys. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. Okay, let me try to find it. I'm trying to find one that actually makes sense. That's not it's not a fake one, if that makes sense. Okay, here we go. Let me pull this one up. Oh, okay, it was on Twitter anyway. Go figure. Okay, so And oh, my fault. And Monstros was announced, but it's not on the Universal Halloween Horror Nights website yet. So hopefully in the next couple of days they'll update that, knowing that Midsummer Scream's tomorrow. So this is the spec map. So from what we can tell at this moment right now, is obviously there's Monstros. Sorry. Obviously there's Monstros. This is Dead Exposure. This obviously has to be TCM, which is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is what they just announced today, Universal Monsters. Then you got the Terror Tram, whatever that's going to be. Then you have Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Then you have this H-Lot one that horror guy was just referencing, that John Murray quoted. It was one of the most terrifying houses he's ever worked on. So I'm super stoked for that one if it's terrifying. But yeah, this is the weekend right here. What do you guys think about that? Do you think it's in Soundstage 15? I thought it was in Soundstage 12, to be really honest with you, because there's a house or something being built in there for HHN. And I thought it was the weekend, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's another house that we just don't know about yet. So that horror guy posted, I definitely will be watching all 3 streams, as I will be going on that Sunday. Well, I appreciate that. Again, all the support helps me, helps the channel, helps you guys to keep you guys updated on everything theme park related. So I deeply appreciate that, and I hope I hope you have a great time on Sunday. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I really don't, because I look forward to this event every single year. So I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. You know, I was going to ask you guys. So, okay, so this is updated. I don't know when this was updated. Oh, wait, May 31st. Okay, so this was updated by Horror Night Nightmares, courtesy of him. So it looks like we are getting the Death Eaters again in Hogwarts, in Hogsmeade. Do you guys have any speculation what all 3 of these are? What these scare zones? It looks like scare zones, if I'm not mistaken. What these can be right here. What do you guys think? Post in the comments. So, and then Amusement Park Pirates said all social media platforms this weekend is going to be fire. Oh, without a doubt. And actually, to tell you guys, I may or may not be on Mondo 5 Fire's channel to talk about that news, so stay tuned for that. I'll let you guys know in the community section on YouTube and Twitter if I am, so you guys can definitely put time aside to watch that live, because Mondo is fire for sure. That horror guy said John made the comment about TCM, not Insidious, so sorry for not making that clear. No, it's all good. My only thing is, a lot of people were referencing that that facade referenced more of Insidious than it would of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So I'm kind of curious on if, God forbid, that is Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because a lot of people are doing references to Insidious. So either property I'll be happy with. The only thing I can say about Insidious is I hope there's not black walls, because that will be very disappointing to everybody, including myself. Because I remember when they had Insidious, it was in the extended queue of the Jurassic World ride, formerly known as Jurassic Park. And one thing I can point out was that the movie came out later that month or the next year or something. So the house itself had a lot of black walls. It was very disappointing. Amusement Park Pirates said one of these scare zones might be luxurious. I hope I'm saying that right. Scare zone. So that definitely will be interesting without a doubt. And then I want to show you guys something real quick. I picked this up at the Universal today. I thought it was very cool. You can actually buy these. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you guys see that? I bought this today at Universal, and I thought it was pretty sick. I think these go for $25, and if you are a pass holder, you can use your discount on this. But I thought it was pretty cool. It's kind of has like it's a thick glass display, but I thought it was pretty cool. So I'll definitely have that sitting on my little media cabinet here for everyone to see. Alongside, you got the Super Nintendo World thing. You got Mickey and Minnie back there in their Disney 100 costumes. That horror guy says that looks awesome. Oh yeah, for sure. So usually what I try to do merch wise, I don't go too crazy with merch because I would be broke. But I usually try to get a shirt. So the shirt I usually get, I don't know if you guys can see the shirt I'm wearing. I don't know. I don't want to get too crazy with it, but let me see. Let me grab the camera real quick so you guys can see it. Do you guys see? I know it's kind of hard, but usually I get the shirts that usually have, it says Halloween Horror Nights. It says the date, and then on the back it has all the houses listed on the backside with pictures. Usually that's the shirt I try to get. And then usually I'll get the souvenir cup, and I'll get the little shot glass. I can actually show you a shot glass that I got from last year, so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about here. I think this was it that one? Yeah, it was this one. So I usually get the shot glass here. Can you guys see that? Yeah, I usually get the shot glass. I've been collecting these since 2016. So something to, definitely collect and whatnot. But yeah, I usually get that and then the souvenir cup. So that's usually what I get merch wise. Amusement Park Pirates said, Lajorius are wrestlers from Mexico. Oh, that's interesting. Well, do you think, if that's the case, do you think they'll be kind of like zombified or anything like that to kind of make them horror related, like Halloween related? I'm kind of curious. I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm not 100% sure on what they actually look like because I don't watch WWF anymore, or wherever you call it. I don't watch it at all, so that's something I'm not sure about. But again, it's looking like a stacked. It's looking like a stacked lineup this year, and I think if I'm not mistaken, this is the Quiet Place, because that's why they have a sound, emblem, and you got the crossed out signal on it. So, possibly, yeah. Thank you for that. But yeah, so I'm super stoked for this year, without a doubt. I do want to play a sound, and again, I'm working on adding more sound effects to the channel, and also an ending clip for these live streams. So it's a work in progress between work and trying to do these updates for you guys. It's kind of hard, but I'm working on it. But let me play a sound for you guys. You guys ready? Comment down below real quick before I do it. I'll give you 15 seconds to guess what type of sound effect this is going to be. It's been at the event before, so try to guess it before I hit it. Any guesses? No? All right, here we go. Oh, come on. The Purge, everyone's favorite. Yeah, right. I just think the Purge siren is just absolutely perfect. I love the Purge. I don't like it. I don't like it repeating every single year for the event, but I like the sound effects from it. Yeah, I did get it from Five Fires. I'm sure he doesn't mind. Mondo doesn't mind. Me and him are tight. We're tight like Dom and Paul and we're tight like Dominic Toretto and Lenny. We're tight. So no worries on that one. But without further ado, we're actually going to jump into Disney, and we're going to be talking about the Haunted Mansion, because I want to get into that because they just released some news. They released some news about the Haunted Mansion, then the opening date, and then what we can expect, because it is going to go on virtual queue. So let's dive into that. Let me close some of these windows. Okay, here we go. So, courtesy, I want to give a shout out to Scott Guston. He is the GOAT, as we all call him in the YouTube world, about posting Disney news whenever it gets released. He said the Disneyland Resort confirms Haunted Mansion Holiday will reopen on July the 29th, which is in a couple days. The attraction will utilize a virtual queue while the outdoor queue construction is being finished. So they are currently decorating the Haunted Mansion for Haunted Mansion Holidays. They are almost done with it because we are only 4 days away from it opening back to the public. Obviously, it's not the OG version of the Haunted Mansion, but we are getting another ride back online that's been offline for quite some time. I just want to read this. This is kind of describing everything that's going on with the Haunted Mansion, so let's get right into it. It says the Haunted Mansion Holiday beginning July the 29th, 2024. A virtual queue will be in place at the Haunted Mansion Holiday. Guests will need to use the Disneyland app to request to enter this attraction. A standby queue will not be available at this time. In preparation, make sure your My Disney account is linked to your group park tickets. Each guest can request to enter the virtual queue no more than once per day during the regular park hours. So that kind of sucks. So you can only ride it one time. A theme park reservation will be needed. And then I'm going to jump down. It says there are 2 daily opportunities to request to join the virtual queue for the Haunted Mansion. 7 a.m. Guests must have a park reservation for the Disneyland Park with a 1 park ticket, or a park reservation for Disneyland Park with a park hopper ticket to request to join the virtual queue. And then at noon, guests inside Disney California Adventure Park with a park hopper ticket or inside Disneyland Park can request to join the virtual queue. Okay, so now it says multiple virtual queues. If more than one attraction is using a virtual queue, Guests will need to enter those virtual queues one at a time, but guests may enter a virtual queue for an attraction and one for entertainment or two entertainment offerings at the same time. So it also says check for updates. Virtual queues continue to be helpful with the launch of a popular attraction and the debut of new experiences and offerings. So we may use them again from time to time for select experiences in the future. Check the Disneyland app just before your visit and again before 7 a.m. on the day of your visit to learn whether a virtual or standby queue will be required or available for any attractions or experiences when you are here. Okay, so I want to go over what a virtual queue is for a lot of people that don't know what virtual queue is. I know I just read it, but I'm going to kind of dive a little deeper into it. So basically, the virtual queue system, you have to have, let me show you guys my phone real quick. You have to have the Disneyland app. Okay, this is the Disneyland app right here. This is what they're talking about. Okay, I don't have my magic key because it's what do you call it? I don't have a magic key right now. I'm waiting for them to go back online so I can purchase one. So basically, I don't know if you guys can see this at the bottom. I know it's probably glaring. I know it's kind of bad. Do you see that plus sign right there in the middle? Do you guys see that? What you guys are wanting to do, you gotta hit that plus sign, and then it there's gonna be an option here towards the bottom. It says make a park reservation. It's gonna say something similar once you are in the park. If you want to book a lightning lane or a virtual queue, it'll have that option on your phone. So basically what they're saying is that the extended queue or the queue line outside of the Haunted Mansion is not available. It's still under heavy construction, so it won't reopen probably until mid fall. So probably maybe October, November, somewhere around there. So Haunted Mansion Holiday is going to be on the virtual queue system. And kind of what sucks to the point is you can only ride it one time and then you're done. You can't book it again, which I kind of found very disappointing. I do get it to allow everyone to ride it. I understand that, but it is kind of annoying that you only get to ride it one time. So I do find that very annoying. But I am glad we are getting the Haunted Mansion back online, because Disneyland needs this attraction back open. Not just for crowd control, but also it's a fan favorite, the OG version and the Haunted Mansion Holiday version. So, I'm glad we finally got a date. I'm glad that it is opening. The only bad part, it is under the virtual queue system temporarily until they get the extended queue outside complete, and then they'll probably take it off the virtual queue system. But it's very annoying that we have to go through that, but I'm glad the ride is coming back online. Amusement Park Pirates said, let us start by saying that we are at Disneyland yesterday. Yes, you guys were at Disneyland yesterday. And then, yes, I do give you guys credit. And definitely check these guys out. They are beginning their YouTube journey. They are starting brand new on YouTube. And it would mean the world to me and to them if you guys check out their channel, check out their Instagram, and also their Twitter. They did post it. I did see that. So again, I'm glad that they have enough of the front of it cleared out where they could put these decorations up. So I'm very happy about that. And Amusement Park Pirates said, just got 50 subscribers last Saturday. Well, congratulations. I'm super excited for you guys. Keep up the great work and, just keep working at it. You guys are great. So definitely check out their channel. Show them a little love and support, because we're all a family here. We all try to provide the news for you guys as best as we can, and it's something that we enjoy doing, as long as it's a respect thing. If we're seeing horrible, nasty, negative comments in the videos, it kind of puts a damper on everybody, including us who try to provide that news for you guys. So it helps support all of us when you guys like, subscribe, share videos, share comments and whatnot. So give these guys a little love. They definitely need it, and I could see them being very great content creators in the future. So definitely show your support. And they're also on the road to 500 subscribers. So definitely let's try to get them there. But Haunted Mansion Holiday is coming back online on the 29th. So it's going to be a busy couple days from the 29th going on, and days following after the 29th, because of this beloved attraction coming back online. So it's going to be very interesting to see, without a doubt. The next topic I want to talk about. So this was posted, I think, obviously it was posted on the 19th, but I just saw this today, right before I went online. So basically the article, it's from the Disney Examiner. Give him a shout out. Disney, it says Disney just invested its resources and IP into these AI companies. The Disney Accelerator program is Disney's take on tech startup in Cuberator, and just celebrated its 10th year. So Disney accelerates with AI, with lots of discussion is still happening around the use of artificial intelligence in the creative economy. The Walt Disney Company seems to have found a way to use AI across their businesses and units. The Disney Accelerator program is taking Disney's take on a tech startup incubator. Since launching back in 2014, the program has invested both monetary and other unique resources like that. Its IP into over 60 companies that have gone on to succeed with profits, brand recognition, and ongoing mentorship after graduating from the program. To celebrate this 10th year's anniversary of the program, the chosen concord of Stardust basically made a statement. AI has a place at Disney. 5 companies selected this year all have an element of AI incorporated in their products or services. I'm not going to read all through this, but I do know there was, okay, this is what I want to kind of brief about here. So it says Walt Disney Imagineering is currently in talks with Nero leaders right now to see how they can incorporate their vehicles in carrying items purchased by guests at the Disney theme park and delivering them to their hotels. Okay, so I want to ask you guys, everyone in the chat right now, everyone on Twitter as well. You know how frustrating it could be when we all buy stuff at the theme parks, whether it's Disney, Universal, but in this case, we're talking about Disney, whether it's Walt Disney World or Disneyland. And let's say you're buying, items, whether it's clothing, it's candy, it's merch like toys or collectibles or something like that. And let's say it's a hot summer day and you're carrying around bags of stuff that you bought, or you're carrying lightsabers or whatnot, how convenient would it be for you, instead of leaving the theme park, going to your hotel, dropping all the stuff off at your hotel, and then coming back to the theme park? How convenient would it be for you guys to drop your stuff off at a store that offers this service, hopefully in the future, in any Disney theme park? And if you're staying at a hotel where it's Disney, or a neighboring hotel which is close enough that qualifies for this program that the Walt Disney Imagineering department's looking into, having your items delivered to you at your hotel. You can set up a time where it's delivered, so you're there, so they don't deliver it and it goes missing because someone takes it. How interesting would that be for you guys? So you're not carrying all this stuff all day long in the theme park and possibly breaking it, losing it, sending it down and forgetting about it. What do you guys think about that? Post in the comments. I'm very curious on what you guys think about that. I personally think it would be a wonderful service. That way I don't have to leave the theme park, go drop it off at my hotel room, and have to come back to the theme park, fight parking, and then fight the lines to get back inside the theme park, and then try to meet up with your group if you were with a group, or maybe you're just going solo, but still. So definitely something interesting to look at. Amusement Park Pirates said that would be great to have. Oh, for sure. No going back and forth. Yeah, definitely. So I hope Disney really dives deep into that, and I hope they come up with some type of plan for that, because that would be convenient for the average guest and consumer that buys merch and loves buying merch at the Disney parks. So that would definitely be something interesting to look forward to. But we're gonna get to our last topic of the night. DeadPool debuting, I think, on the 29th as well, or the 28th at DCA at Avengers Campus. So I'm going to pull that up right now. So let me do that. Let me go to Twitter real quick. Stand by. Stand by real quick, guys. Okay. Because I actually, well, that's me. I posted about it. Okay. So, what do you guys think about DeadPool coming to DCA, coming to Avengers Campus? Personally, for me, I think DeadPool is an amazing character to bring to Avengers Campus. From what I understand from this movie, Deadpool and Wolverine, which I'm actually seeing tomorrow morning, it sounds like they're trying to introduce his character to the Marvel universe, to the MCU, and possibly to the Avengers in the future. I think that's what Kevin Feige, who is the president of Marvel, that's what he is trying to aim for. Now, a lot of people are concerned about Deadpool being at a Disney park. The only reason being is because if you've ever watched his movies, the first and the second one, I'm sure he's going to have some commentary in this new movie. He's kind of, how can I put it? He's kind of off base. Like I want to say he's negative, but he's not PG, if that makes sense. Some of his language could be volatile, but funny volatile. So a lot of people are concerned about that. Personally, for me, I don't care. I really don't care. I think that's what makes him unique. And I love the fact that he is coming to the Disneyland Resort. and he is coming to Avengers Campus, because we just saw in the last couple of weeks, if not last 2 months, they have really scaled back the entertainment in Avengers Campus. So I'm glad we're getting him. It's actually on the 26th, so 3 days before Haunted Mansion comes back online at the Disneyland. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it's going to be packed the day that he debuts at Avengers Campus? What do you guys think? I think it's going to be jam-packed. So if there's still reservations available or there's still tickets available for that day, I would buy one or make your reservation ASAP so you can go see him debut for sure. I would do it myself if I had a magic key, but I don't. Let me click on this real quick. Amusement Park Pirates said early reservations are available. Okay, perfect. They are available. Perfect. So you heard it from Amusement Park Pirates. If you haven't booked your reservation, if you have a magic key, definitely do so, because I feel like he's going to have a definite big crowd. Oh, look who it is. Orange Grove 55. What is up, sir? Can I ask you something? Did you shave your little salt and pepper beard, or do you still have it? I still have mine. Did George shave his? I don't think he did. I think he just wants to show off and keep going. But it's always great to have Orange Grove 55 in the house. It's always great. He is a great friend of the channel. I'm a great friend of his. Him and Disney George, the Italiano, they make me laugh so hard sometimes. You wouldn't even believe it. Oh my God. The live stream we did last night, it was so freaking funny. Oh my God. Oh man. So, some of his subscribers definitely have some interesting comments that are mainly pointed towards George, but it's just funny to see him comment. Always good to see you, OG. Again, great time last night. It was amazing. Amusement Park Pirates, I also think too they might be packed. I think they will be packed. With DeadPool being debuted at Avengers Campus, I can't see why not. There's no way. There's no way. Amusement Park Pirates said, hello? Ah, you did shave it, damn you. All right, then it's against me and George then. All right, fair enough. So he still has his? Okay, fair enough. Oh, no worries. Anytime. Also, Amusement Park Pirates said the DeadPool character might be a show. You know, it's funny you mentioned that. They did kind of like a show at the Disneyland Paris at their Avengers Campus. You know what? Speaking of which, OG55, since you're in the chat, do you have it on your channel, or not channel, but on your Twitter? Because then I'll pull up your Twitter if you have it. I don't think I have it on mine. Let me know in the comments if you have it on your Twitter, OG, because I want to pull it up. Obviously, I'm not going to play the sound because I don't want to be copyrighted for that. Let me see if you have it on your channel. I don't know if you had it, or I'm going to see if OG has it on his. He may or may not, so I got to look real quick. Because I don't know. I'm not too sure who would have it. I'm trying to remember who in the hell has it on. Oh, okay. So this is one thing he did at Disneyland Paris. He kind of crashed the Guardians of the Galaxy Dance Challenge. This was kind of interesting. Oh, hold on. I gotta mute it because I don't want to be copyrighted. Definitely don't want to be copyrighted. This is not the one that I'm talking about, but this is something that he did. Oh, my fault. Okay, here we go. Again, I'm only muting the sound just in case they play music. I don't want to be copyrighted for that. But definitely pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find that video clip of the stunt area he did. I don't know how. Oh, it's still going. Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find that one clip. You know what? It might be on his page. Let me see, because he posted that. So I'm thinking he has the other one. So let me look. I did find this interesting. Do you see that? Do you see what I see? Instead of his two pistols, he has. It almost looks like. I don't know. It almost looks like a food item. I can't tell what that is. I don't know if it's a chimichanga or what that is, but definitely something very funny. That's the. What is that? A mouse crepe? Well, that's interesting. Huh. I guess that's supposed to be blood or something. Yeah, I'm gonna try YouTube here in just a second. If not, because it looks like he. Oh well, no, that's him with all the characters though. Again, I don't want to post the sound just in case of copyright. I don't want to do that. Like, oh, is this it? This might be it right here. Oh yeah, he dances the Celine Dion. Again, I can't play the sound though. It is kind of funny though. I'm not gonna lie. It is kind of funny that obviously the guy in the suit though. It's kind of funny that you would think because his mannerisms are just like Ryan Reynolds. It's so funny, dude. Because Ryan Reynolds, when he plays Deadpool, is the most funniest character I've ever seen in my life. He's just a crack up. But I thought he did a clip. It wasn't that one. It was something else. Let's see if I could try to find it, if it's even on here. Because he kind of did like where he popped out of a corner and he was dancing to Celine Dion. It was really funny. If not, I'll try to YouTube it and see what happens. No, I'm not seeing it. All right, let me go to YouTube. Let me give it a shot and see what happens. Let me try it. Can't hurt. No. That's just him being stupid. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Okay, hold on. I got muted though. Ah, sorry guys. I'm trying to get it where you guys can see the whole thing. I don't think you can. It's kind of hard. But he's dancing as Celine Dion. I think it's funnier than hell. It's so funny, bro. It's funny because we were talking on Orange Go 55's channel last night on his live stream. We were talking about George was all, if I'm not mistaken, George is all like, I'm kind of scared to actually meet him. I'm like, why? You and him relate so well. Why would you be scared of that? He might even recruit you. It was just kind of funny, bro. It was really funny. It was a blast. It's always a blast being on Orange Grove 55's channel. I love that guy. I love him and George. Those two are two peas in a pod, I tell you, without a doubt. And this is the actual commercial. There's him walking around Disneyland Paris. So definitely really cool. I can't wait for him to be here. So I cannot wait to have him at Disneyland. Dude, it's going to be freaking amazing. I cannot wait. Oh man, I am so stoked for that. You have no idea. But without further ado, what is this? Oh, they're looking for a casting call. Scott Goosen again, the GOAT. He just posted this right now, actually. This is for the Disneyland Resort singers. They're looking for a singer, vocalist for Maribel for a canto. So definitely keep that in mind. Anyone that's wanting to work for Disney and be a singer for Maribel, for sure. I am so excited for this. I cannot even tell you. I cannot wait to see that tomorrow morning. It's going to be a blast. Amusement Park Pirates said an Encanto show coming to DCA. Maybe. I can't confirm or deny that, but maybe. Or a musical. Maybe a musical, who knows? It could go into the Hyperion Theater. There's nothing going on in there, so I can't see why not. But without further ado, I'm going to actually end the live tonight. I want to thank everyone for joining and taking time out to watch this live stream. And I'm not 100% sure. Let me check, actually. Let me see if my video has popped up yet. The one I was downloading for you guys from Universal. Let me see if it has popped up yet. Oh, let me go to my other one. My fault. No. It says it's gonna be uploaded in about 52 minutes, so probably around 9:30 or so tonight. It will be posted on YouTube, so definitely check that out. I want to thank everyone for joining tonight. I want to thank Orange Grove 55, our moderator, for tonight. I'm super excited for Halloween Horror Nights. I'm super excited for to see the DeadPool movie tomorrow. And I cannot be any happier. I cannot be any happier to have all the love and support from you guys. And I want to absolutely make sure that if you're not subscribed to the channel, you do so, because we are going to be at Halloween Horror Nights in about 4 weeks from now. We are going to be at Halloween Horror Nights. And I'm going to be having some very special guests coming on Conductor Thursday Livestreams, future live streams starting next week with Tommy Toon World, and we're going to go dive deep into Halloween Horror Nights, so definitely stay tuned for that. We're going to be talking about Universal. We're going to be talking about the review that from the DeadPool movie, what we both thought, so definitely stay tuned for that. And then in the future, we're going to have the Orange Grove 55 and Disney George, the Italiano, back on the show. We're possibly going to have Mondo from Five Fires, and maybe some other special guests. So definitely stay tuned for that. And then follow me on my Instagram, my Twitter. Again, you can find me on YouTube and Instagram at ThemeParkConductor. You can find me on Twitter at ThemeConductor. You can also find me on Discord at ThemeParkConductor. I've left all the links for that in the description down below, so definitely check that out. And again, definitely subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications so whenever I upload videos like I'm doing right now from Universal from today, or I'm posting clips, or I'm letting you guys know about channel information like my upcoming Conductor Thursday live stream, you guys can be completely informed. So definitely stay tuned for that, and stay cool out there. Be kind to one another, and everybody have an amazing night. I do have a new guest, or a new guest in the comments I haven't seen before. So let's say hi to him, Justin. Nice to meet you, Justin. You're from Amusement Park Pirates. Thank you for joining the channel tonight. You said, I love Universal. I came into the right place. You did come to the right place. I am a Universal fanatic. So I love Universal. I love Disney too, but I love Universal a little bit more. So you definitely came to the right channel, Justin. Definitely subscribe to the channel. I talk a lot of Universal, and I post a lot of content from Universal. So definitely subscribe. Definitely follow me on my Instagram and Twitter so you never miss a beat. And you're also another theme park creator. Okay, good. Are you just starting out as Amusement Park Pirates is? If you are, I wish you the absolute best, because there's plenty of content out there for everybody. There is more than enough theme park news for everybody out there. So definitely check that out. Thanks for coming, Justin. Again, thank you. But again, I want to thank everyone for joining the channel, joining the live stream, and just have a blessed night and try to stay cool out there. Also, real quick, Justin posted, I started streaming at the parks last year, close to 1,000 subscribers. No self-promotion. Wow, you've been grinding hard. Congratulations on that. Yeah, to sit there and grind hard like that to gain almost 1,000 subscribers is not as easy as you think it is. It's a lot of hard work, but it pays off at the end. So congratulations, Justin. And for sure, for sure. But everyone have a wonderful night. And I will see you guys on the next Conductor Thursday live stream, which is next week. Have a great night, everybody.